What's going on, people? Welcome to the live fan forum. West Brom 1, Manchester United 1. We spoke about a lot of the time of the title was kind of gone way before this, and today's just another reminder of why. We're going to get into a lot of stuff. Big up everyone in the free seat. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe if you're new. Obviously here with Jay, Kev, Alex, and Jack. Listen, for me, I'm just going to start off by saying this. I don't normally do this. I'm fed up of it. Yeah, rip up the centre back partnership and start again.
Again?
Useless. Absolutely useless.
I don't normally do the vendetta or like trying to have agenda. I'm not trying. From what I see, forget 80 million spent only the other day. Forget captain. Forget like all these individual things. To collectively just rip that partnership up. Start again. Yeah. Start again. I've had enough. I don't know who wants to go first, but
Can I go?
Sure.
So I was thinking, I'm looking at Man City and stuff, and we knew as soon as we watched the game against Liverpool the other day and the way they decimated them, let's be honest, we knew that the title, it was finished. Like, we've lost games. We know from our performances that the title race is over. But then they had a game they did their thing again yesterday against Tottenham. I looked at that game, I said, yep, it's over. The way they're playing right now, the confidence is there, and they're missing big players. They're missing Kevin De Bruyne. They're missing Aguero, but they're putting in like a masterclass. Now, when you look at our team, I just saw Upamecano get signed the other day. Yeah, Upamecano's been signed just like that. Yeah, there's no excuse for us not to be getting prepared or to bring. So we just had a transfer window. Nothing happened. We got excited. Once again, the club were very smart. Have you noticed what they did with Diallo? There was a lot of Diallo stuff coming out. It's like they repackaged him and said, hey guys, look at this shiny toy. And now it's got quiet again. Haven't heard no more. It's like what they did with Facundo. Excuse me if I'm saying this.
Yeah, same thing. Palestri, yeah.
Same thing, Palestri. You tell us, oh guys, get excited. Don't worry about signings. You've got one. And then as soon as the time gets closer, there's like, no signing. It's quiet again. And it worked. What we need everyone and their nan, their dog can see that we need a real centre-back partnership. Yeah? You say tear it up. I'm ready to tear it up. You got Aaron Wan-Bissaka playing great football currently, and you got Shaw whipping balls in, and you got the letdowns in the middle. All the time there was I'm gonna actually, do you know what? I'd rather Jay take this one away about what he saw from Maguire. You know, when maybe I'm calling it might be Dieng, yeah? It was like literally, I've never seen something so weak in my life.
He done it against Calvert-Lewin the other day as well.
Oh no, this one was even better though. This one he saves it. He saves and we were arguing, and not to do I was rightism, yeah, but we were arguing the other day about Lindelof. Yeah, he's like, oh, Lindelof's got this. No.
No. Half time, I said, I'm there defending him against KG, and he goes to dust.
Lindelof.
I didn't say those are his flaws, though. That is part of one of his flaws. That is
bullied.
Yeah.
Is a flaw that we know.
Your flaws to get bullied. Just imagine this is Premier League football. It's a physical league where you're gonna get bullied. Can you? God forbid if Stoke was around. Yeah. What kind of night is Lindelof gonna have? Let's say we bring back Wimbledon as well. Them players. Yeah. He wouldn't know what to do. PTSD, bro. Anyway, I'm gonna pass it on to Jay. Jay, what do you think of today?
One sec, Jay. Just before you do that, let me just get these super chats out. Simon Kelly says, "Paper towel defense, awful pairing." The next super chat here is from Abjit. It says, "Ollie as a manager is like owning a big restaurant with the finest cutlery, gourmet ingredients, and employing a fresh hotel management graduate as the chef." Coward Ollie. Jay Amara says, "Rashford indecisive. Maguire faffing about with the ball when someone is on him. Can this team piss me off enough?" He did that at Everton, and I swear they ended up scoring. So frustrating, man. Jay, take it away.
Gentlemen, where do I start? Victoria. Sorry, I better say Victor because there's some people in the comments that are a bit soft and can't deal with critical analysis of a player. So Victor Lindelof and Maguire. The gift that keeps on giving. Those two together, they're like a married couple that stay together out of spite or because they've got a mortgage and kids. We have said time and time again in the show they can't play together. And we're proven right time and time again. What's happening in Carrington? God only knows. Eric Boy was fit today. He could have started. Very simple. After 10, 15 minutes, if Solskjaer was watching a game we were watching, it's very simple. Lindelof is being outmuscled. He's been outmanned. To be literally outmanned in a game of football is not acceptable. Get him off, get Bailly on. Or, if you don't want to do that, put McTominay in beside Maguire. And then, again, get Donny van de Beek in. There were so many scenarios today that Solskjaer could have, should have, would have. We said time and time again, but he didn't do it. Because Solskjaer, he too is culpable today. He picks the team, guys. And we give him a free pass many times. We said, excuse me, we said, oh, he's making the best of what he has with his players. But it's West Brom today. Not prime Barcelona, not Bayern Munich. It's West Brom away. It's Sam Allardyce, 4-4-2, packet of peanuts, pie and chips football, and we draw. Harry Maguire today. In the manner, exactly. Harry Maguire today. Right. Everyone's going to go hard on Lindelof for not having the physicality to take on the, I can't remember the chap's name, the Digne, the centre half, centre forward for West Brom. But first of all, why the hell is Lindelof picking him up? Maguire's 6'4". I've said it before, guys. He's soft as shite. That should be his man. And meanwhile, then let Lindelof play the line and control the back line and try and play the offside. Simple, basic tactics. Then, in the 77th minute, now Sky Sports will not discuss this because Sky Sports for the game were too busy putting together a montage of David Mahea's mistakes. They went back to 5 years ago to find the David Mahea mistake. They will not call up Maguire. The 77th minute today, he lets the ball bounce over the top. He gets out-muscled by a guy, and De Gea pulls off a great double save. De Gea today saved United today. But the media will not say that because it doesn't suit their agenda. Now, yesterday, I put out a video on Instagram discussing the media and their agenda towards De Gea and their agenda towards foreign players. And today, Sky Sports, again, with all the resources, have to do a pre-match based on David De Gea. Look, this partnership, for want of a better word, has cost us points all season. And it will cost us points going forward. Now, you're going to see now on Thursday, Bailly's going to play beside Maguire in the Europa League. And Maguire will look decent. But, Flex, I take your point. You said, rip up the entire thing. You've got 120 million's worth of centre-back partnerships in there. Neither of them are good enough to play for the club. I would say right now, in my opinion, Harry Maguire is the worst number 5 to ever play for the club. And Lindelof is the worst number 2. Let's see what the comments say. But in my opinion, they are the worst we've ever had in those numbers. They are a disgrace to the club. And one of them is captain. Yeah, and Maguire doesn't pick himself. All he does. All he made him captain, that's on him. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so frustrated today.
The one good thing though, just to give Maguire some small slack today, is him running with the ball. Remember, Ricky says that running with the ball into spaces and passing it is good. So
there's no one on him though. But let's give him praise for like the obvious. Like this is when Maguire will look all right. No pressure. There's no one within flipping 10, 15 yards of you either side. Kind of try and make something happen. That's not really feet. That's like against a side like West Brom who are going to do what they just did, which is not everyone plays like that against us. But I get you trying to bring that little. He did do that well, but it just wasn't enough.
I'm sorry. I'm taking the piss. Sorry.
Jay, just a question.
Sorry, one second.
One thing I want to say. Look, anybody that has to compliment Harry Maguire for running into space, West Brom backed off because they know it's not going to result in anything. And also, the same person, Ricky, that Colin Maguire has an agenda against our man Rashford and Bruno Fernandes. So for me, anything he says, pinch of salt over my shoulder.
Zane Miasti says, get ready for the masterclass tonight. Obviously, Arsenal kicking off in a little bit.
Listen,
whatever.
Wait, clip that, please, because I just got a feeling.
Honestly, I'm not even.
You don't care?
Nah. I'm pissed off, man.
You're broken. You're broken today.
Like, if Arsenal lose by get battered 4-0 at home today, I won't even be on their line. I don't care.
Really?
Samir,
You're broken, man. Man United are broken flexible.
Samir, 100%. Samir says, do you think Bayern and Zabi should get a game? United Shamrock says, when is Ollie going to learn Victor and Harry are not good enough? Mark said it when is Maguire or Ollie going to own it instead of blaming the attackers? It was pathetic. We are being dragged back into a top 4 dogfight. Kevin Holness says, what can Fred do that Van der Beek cannot do? Need better passing from midfield. I think Ricky is right about the quality of our squad. Quality of some players, of course. We're not stupid. We understand that some players ain't up to it. Jack Sparrow says, tactically outclassed by Big Sam. No matter what, don't give him a new contract. And the latest member of United Stand Members Club is Prince Larry. Hold tight, Prince Larry. Kev, what say you? And then I'll come to Jack and then Alex.
Oh, do you know, it doesn't seem so long ago that KG was saying, you know, about United's Facebook status. You know, we're now in a relationship with a title race. I think over Christmas it changed to it's complicated, and I think now, you know, we've separated from it. It's like no,
absolutely useless.
It's the only kind of positive spin I can. Honestly, if I don't laugh, I'll just get really angry, and I'll end up. After like the Everton match, when I come down and booted the cat, hopefully nobody from the RSPCA is watching. Like so, but
yeah, you can't boot the cat, Kev. Don't do that.
No, I wouldn't condone that. It wasn't a great move, but she's all right. But today was absolutely. It's very rarely that I'm speechless. But as a performance, we've always said it. How many times have Manchester United turned up for one half? We got away with it. For a large part of that, the first part of the season, we come back, won games. I thought we might have done it today, but it catches up with you. We cannot do it. Lindelof and Maguire as a partnership is shocking. And ultimately, I go as far as to say is that if Solskjaer continues to choose these two, I don't know why he has so much trust in them, we'll finish him. He'll get sacked from Manchester United because of them two. I do not understand the trust that he puts in them two. If Eric Bailly is fit enough to be on the bench, he's fit enough to start today. And towards the end of that game, 86 minutes on the clock, we get a free kick on the edge of the box. And you're thinking, Bruno Fernandes, this is his moment. Yeah, he's pulled us out many a times before. Harry Maguire, the club captain, walks over to him, has a word, and he must have said, don't shoot,
100% said that.
Sink it to me on the back post, which is exactly what he did. If I was Bruno Fernandes, I'd say, listen here, dickhead. I'd say, I know you're the club captain. I'll say, I know you've got that armband around your arm, but I'm the leader of this team. You know, I pulled this team out. I've done it many a times before. You just stick to defending, and I'm shooting.
Wait, you're saying, listen there, dickhead?
That's what I would say.
That's what I like the statement, because it's what you're not saying. That's what he should say. You're saying, if I was standing on that pitch, that's what I would.
That's what I would say, because Harry Maguire. It's the 86th minute. We've got 4 minutes of normal time to go. We're looking for a goal that keeps us clinging, you know, in a title race. At least keeps us a bit involved, you know, a bit closer to Man City. And Harry Maguire's coming over to me if I'm Bruno Fernandes and saying, I wouldn't shoot from here, mate. Stick it to me on the back post and I'll try and... Nah, not a chance, mate.
Before I come to Jack, Bay says, Bao says, it's written all over Ollie's face that he lacks the confidence and or capacity to make timely in-game adjustments. Oliver H just makes a contribution with just no words. I think must just be speechless. Corey says, all caps, Corey Energy. Inside... The hard truth is that Ollie just is not good enough and has reached his ceiling. Poor selection and what tactics. Chinmay says, 8 years and we are still on this roller coaster of a few highs, lows and dull periods like one today. This is so depressing to endure such inconsistencies. Give me one example, where we won due to a tactical brilliance and not an individual. I agree. And when is Ollie going to learn that Victor and Harriet will
wait, go back. Say that again. Give me a time when we won from tactical brilliance and not like in the
So if you say PSG, all right, there's been a couple of
City
results.
away games.
It's stupid.
City away games. But is it sustainable?
No,
We're back here saying this.
I'm not here to. Don't get me wrong. When Ollie does something wrong like today, it is what it is. Ollie not realizing that Lindelof and Maguire don't work after all them semi-finals is not good. Do you know what I mean? But then there's been times where he's coached us for a game. So I'm not going to say that he's fantastic because the same mistakes keep happening. Like at some point, even today, the greatest thing that I think he done was bringing Donny van der Beek for Fred. Like finally, But anyway, it's not my turn. Over to
Jack. What are you saying?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, boys. We did not kick off at 2:00 this afternoon. We kicked off at about 3:05, probably when the second half kicked off. Because that first 44, 45, until Bruno scored, absolutely just unacceptable. It was just, you talk about Shaw and Wan-Bissaka and our fullbacks and the width. We weren't using the width. There was no width there. We were playing through the middle too much. And we're having a go. All of us are having a go, rightly so, about Maguire and Lindelof. But I'll tell you one thing. When Van der Beek came on that pitch for Fred, the game changed. So why are McTominay and Fred partnering each other in midfield? It's simple. For me, it's simple. I think Van der Beek now, we talked about his position. He's not a number 10. He should play as a CDM alongside Scott McTominay. I was just going to ask Jay if we should throw McTominay in at centre-back because of this Maguire and Lindelof thing. Jay, just quickly, what?
Jack, I today on Twitter during the game, a lot of people are actually saying that they would actually espouse the notion of McTominay playing beside, because at least then McTominay he's combative, he's a talker, he's a communicator. So all the stuff that Maguire can't do but should be doing, McTominay will give you.
McTominay plays there for Scotland as well.
Yeah, he does, and plays there quite well. And so, I have no problem with that. And you know what? I go even further. I would actually right now, right, if I was the manager, which I'm not. Okay, I know it's not FIFA. I'd have McTominay and Bailly as my centre backs right now, and I'd bin those two right now this minute.
We're saying
McTominay is at least the leader.
When I said McTominay go in as a centre back, I got laughed at on Twitter like heavily. People were like, "What?" And so
like I say, he actually plays there for his country, so it's not like you're randomly making up a position that you can play.
Can we just touch on another thing? Again, we're talking about defensive threats, I get that, but also the whole Martial Rashford thing. When we brought Greenwood on, it changed. When we're operating with, I think that's a good point. I think it's valid. I cannot sit here. I know we all, have our opinions on Rashford, but I cannot sit here and justify Rashford's performance today. It wasn't good enough. It's not good enough again. But Martial, again, it's just them two. Like when I saw the team news, I was just, okay, are we going to see a bit more width from these two? Is Martial going to affect the game in the way I want him to? The moment Mason came on, again, our attack changes. And we weren't playing with enough width in the first half. The moment we start spraying the balls out to Shaw and Wan-Bissaka, you see a complete change in the dimension of the game and the way the game's going. But let's be honest, West Brom, a better team, puts us away and we lose that game. The chance for their striker, the chance Maitland-Niles with a better ball in, it's a goal. We lose that game any other day of the week against any other team. West Brom that's
the worrying thing. Yeah, they had the better chances of the game on reflection.
Exactly.
That's the scary thing
to be
about
fair,
it.
we had a double, what do you call it though? The goal line.
They're attacking against one defender. We're attacking against 9.
I'm just going to post that question. We had 77% of the ball in the second half. Other than that goal line clearance, and I think Rashford might have had a chance. Can you name me a clear-cut chance that you were other than the Maguire, you can't. In 45 minutes of football, you cannot. I don't think anyone here can sit here and tell me there was a clear-cut opportunity in that second half for us. And we had 77% of the ball.
We had that one off Greenwood where he puts it across, but then because no one had any movement, no one was there. And then Rashford did something similar first time that Martial got a little bit too, but if he'd have been more, anticipated it more, it was both of them.
Alex,
Frustrating.
we'll come to actually. Let me get these super chats out. Red Baron says it's the manager's decision to play Maguire and Victor, Fred and Scott. He thinks that's tactically correct. Why are we surprised? Fair enough. The Cheaters says, why did we play Rashford on the right just to accommodate Martial? His form doesn't justify a start. Rashford holding the ball for far too long as well. That was my big worry before the game. As soon as you start switching to accommodate, I always keep saying that Rashford just looks so much more comfortable from the left. Rashford does. So,
and he has a better relationship with
Shaw, and it just was very destroying today.
Side in the first half. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Yeah, I did. Emil says everyone was focused on what they were doing with their show tonight, and not what they were doing on the pitch. KG, 8 years and we still can count 4 to 5 matches of the team that play, and we won as underdogs. How many howlers which we would never have lost under Fergie? As a 90s born person, I say it's depressing how far we are falling. Can we have Pep? We definitely won't get Pep. Kevin says, Kevin Mowry says, I'm telling you now, Greenwood and Diallo should be our starting wingers. We need to see Diallo, actually play. You can't just come on. I get you're so frustrated with what's going on now, but this is what it draws you to. We've then said, let's get Scott McTominay centre back and rip up the thing. I'm saying rip it up. Let's get Diallo when he's not got a first team appearance. Start him every game. Put Mason Greenwood up front. Let's play him every game there. Put whoever else on the left. This is what it does to you. I remember when it got so shit. I remember it got so shit one time. Yeah, people were like, "Yeah, maybe Wan-Bissaka should play as like a right centre or defensive midfielder and stuff like that." Like. This is what it does. Southport loves sports. You're
to be honest, I'm not surprised we're not giving Phil Jones a run out.
Awesome.
Just stole me from the
I was going to say
was
better than them two.
Southport loves sports says if anyone is wondering how captains are chose at this club, David De Gea, long servant in the team, comes out and calls out the team, coaching, never captain again. Bruno would never be named captain because he basically calls things out. Yellow bathing suit says, hey guys, if you can get rid of one, who would you get rid of, Martial or Rashford? I know my answer is Tony. And Mitchell says,
hold on.
Yeah, that was a
question on Valentine's Day is the like button on this video.
And Dill says, lastly, if the goals dry up for Rashford, you will realise that he is being no better than Martial. Sorry, KG. Sancho acquisition was a big miss. Alex, come through.
I think everyone's pretty much hit on my points. What I was going to say, it comes down to Ollie today. Number one, I don't see how you see when Bailly, I know he got injured since then, but when he came back into the team, whenever it was, all those a few weeks ago, months ago, and he was just instantly, it transformed Maguire. He was playing much better, and Bailly was like so damn good. And then today also with Rashford starting on the right wing over Greenwood, I thought was a ridiculous decision in the sense of either Rashford or Martial could have been on the left. But I think Jack summed it up perfectly. My main problem with everyone always going for Rashford is that they always seem to leave Martial out of it. And I feel like you can say that Rashford has underperformed because he did again today underperform. But likewise, Martial was really poor today, and people seem to only just focus on Rashford all the time. And that's the main thing that pisses me off. Greenwood should have started, but then it should have been for one of them two. You could literally interchange them both because neither are in particularly good form.
Well, I'll say to Rick, which again,
you're just going to make me angry if he said he was good. Honestly,
I'm not going to lie. There's something.
Don't say he said Martial man of the match, please.
Mate, come on. This is.
I will log off now if that is the case.
He's a parody at this point.
No. Okay. Look, chill.
No, because I'm getting angry.
Calm down, Alex. Calm down.
I do. It does make me laugh. Making Alex angry at some of the things Rick might say. It does make me laugh. But basically, I don't want to do too much spoilers, but Rick was basically saying if more players did the simple things like what Martial was doing today, just giving it simple, then we would be a better unit.
It's simple.
Oh, it just makes me so fucking angry. This is what I was saying to KG. Before we went on air. KG was like talking about. He said that he was watching the stuff I was tweeting in his replies, but he wasn't going to get involved, even though he agreed with what I was saying. that because Martial just like did nothing, but he didn't really get the ball to do anything. And then Rashford was actually trying stuff. And then like, yeah, okay, it didn't come off, but he's at least trying. And then Martial just did nothing. And then people just single out Rashford when Martial, both of them played poorly, but it's only Rashford that gets anything. It's such a joke. Yeah. And people can call me a Rashford fanboy who won. If you
didn't like
me, I rate Greenwood the highest of the three anyway.
No, to be fair, Alex is gone. To be fair,
I'm so angry. You shouldn't have mentioned Ricky saying that he was so good.
No, but listen,
I'm like, I was thinking today must be one of those days that he actually said he can finally admit he didn't have a good game.
Look, what's really funny about this, Alex, is that you didn't let me finish. You just went. I'm not. He didn't say anything bad about Rashford. He didn't even say Martial had a good game. He just said, I agree. He said, I agree with you, Flex. He wasn't very good. He was just saying, however, even though he wasn't good, he just done simple things like just keeping the ball, and we need more of that. But anyway, the fan cam will be up soon. You can watch it. I want to talk about this though, because this is annoying me as well. Yeah, like I think which is what I was saying to Ricky. We got to start talking about the coaching setup and the instruction to these players, because although we praise for how we've progressed, etc., and some people think we haven't. But we're never disrespectful about any criticism towards Ollie. It's constructive criticism. But we can give criticism, and I want to, because I am seeing quite a few, like a lack of like togetherness in terms of the way we play. So it's like everyone's often doing their own tangent. So you've got Martial kind of not pressing, not demanding the ball, just doing a bit of whatever he wants. You've got Rashford going, oh, this is a bit long. Let me just try some step overs, chop man, try and get across. Let me just try something, sit people down, let me just do something. You've got Bruno, who's like, well, I'm just energetic and I always want the ball. So I'm just going to, there's no like cohesive press here. I'm just going to go after it. I'm just going to run after the ball. Cavani, I'm a seasoned pro. I know how to play football. I'm a fox in the box. Plus I work my ass off. I'm going to join Bruno and I'm going to run. So them two are doing their own little thing. Fred and McTominay, it just seems like actually when you deep it, the people who have been saying like there's no system and the style of playing stuff, they're right. Yeah, they're right. And I just think that you shouldn't be afraid to say that, but you have to look at it from a footballer. I'm seeing like cliques of players just do their own thing. You kind of got Martial, you got Greek, you got Cavani and Bruno. Like they're a duo. They do their thing. You got Rashford and Martial miles away from each other on the wings, but we'll do our own individual thing. McTominay and Fred, I don't really know what, like, second half, you can tell that the instruction was clearly McTominay get more forward and do something, versus the second half when he was playing deeper. Fred just, again, runs around, does what he does. I'm going to run around, try and get on the ball and do something. Maguire and Lindelof, they're a pairing who, I don't know what they say they're going to do. And then you got Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka who say, actually, let's do our jobs, whip balls in, let's get up and down and try and put... We're just playing in like little sub-compartments. And I'm like, hold on a minute. We can blame the players and the individuals saying this, that, and the other, which is what I did say to it. But when are we going to start looking at actually what's going on here? Who's the orchestrator of this? If the buck stops at the coaching stuff.
Okay, cool. So before you do that and everyone answers that question, we'll probably go to Jay with that one. Let's just read these super chats. So here we go. Kev Mowry says, you guys need to see Diallo first, but forget that he played first team football with Atlanta. Plus, Ollie said he impressed in training with the first team. Can't hurt to try it out. So there we go. We got that one there, and we got one from D. Donny usually was a 10 at Ajax, but did his work off the ball. Ziyech was the wide playmaker. Ollie's using him wrong, and Donny's using him wrong, and Donny gets the blame. Sorry, there you go. Let me read the next one. Ari says, Ollie's a lucky manager. He deserves credit, but he wins lucky. We haven't won convincingly all season. Favoritism will eventually get him the sack. Cool. Hold on, there's some more at the top. I just want to make sure. Here you go. Cameras says, why was our passing so slow? Our incompetence. What's that? Our incompetence. No, I can't say the word. I can't say that word. That's annoying.
Where are you?
Incompetence. That's it. Creating a low block is worrying. Combo, poor coaching, poor players. Boom. I think I've got through all of them last.
And the Campbell Life says, let Ricky defend himself. Listen, we will get Ricky on some of these
shows.
Please do. We will. It's not, listen, nothing that we're saying is nothing that Ricky hasn't said. Like, he's had his say, it will be there. You can see it. I'm not lying. I'm not just, it's not Ricky slander. Ricky has said what he wants to say is that's Ricky's opinion.
There you go, Jay.
And sorry, Camera says, why was our passing so slow? Oh, you said that already. Sorry, Jay. My bad.
Jay, what say you about the coaching, bro?
Yeah, look, today was, I'm going to go with some alliteration here, was lackluster, listless, and lifeless. When you play Scott and Fred in midfield, you know exactly what you're going to get. Sidewards, backwards passing. Today, from my view of it, Scott was playing far deeper than Fred. And Fred was the one running to the edge of the box, looking for shots again, when that should have been the reverse. And Flex, you made a great point that the players do play in little pockets. Apart from the first half against Everton last week, that's probably the best actual football I'd seen us play. Because we can't include the 9-0 win. That's just an irrelevance. We can't include that. But that Everton game, first half, that is the best football I saw us play cohesively as a team. But that midfield, guys, without Pogba, is bereft of ideas. There is nobody to play that killer pass in behind the lines. Bruno and Cavani, again, you said it, Flex, they're there with their massive energy, running around, looking to make things happen. When in actual fact, as I see it, Cavani and Bruno, they should be the target men receiving the ball to shoot the ball when something has happened. And today, Martial, he was so bad. Only took him off after 65 minutes. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer doesn't do early subs. That's testament to how bad Martial was to play. Martial doesn't track back. He doesn't. And today, him playing on the left beside Shaw and Rashford definitely have a bit of chemistry going to the left. And today, that was lost in the first half.
Just to jump in
then
today.
Go ahead.
I just want to jump in and say, just because I was watching the game clearly, I just wanted to be very with no agenda. He tracked back.
Okay.
Cheeky header in there. He done a little bit of track back in, but not a lot. Low percentage, but carry on.
So I'm taking from that KG today. You went on Martial watch after the conversation we had after the last game. You actually watched Martial today. And the key word you said there, KG, you said he did a little bit of tracking back. That's your job as a player. When you don't have the ball, work back and try and win the ball back. Cavani does it. Bruno does it. But Martial and Rashford, I don't see them doing it. And I like Rashford. But today, when he shifted to the left, yeah, there was a tiny bit more creativity. But 3 times during the game, he received a little flick on from Donny van de Beek. It was late in the game, I think it's the 85th minute. And he runs down these alleys by taking too many touches instead of shoot it or get a cross in. So yes, I agree. The players are playing in little pockets. And we are, no question, guys, we are a moment's team. You take Bruno Fernandes, great finish out of that game today, guys. And obviously you take away David Hayes' double save. We lose to Sam Allardyce, who plays, I'm going to say it again, pie and chips football. Basic 4-4-2 football. Ole today got out-taught by Sam Allardyce. That's an embarrassment.
But how many times as well have we said about like the 2 defensive midfielder thing? We've said it so many times against playing like utter trash teams like this. Like, I know he hasn't played in a while, but was Mata on the bench?
I don't even look. I
feel like we need to maybe like start doing it, like move Bruno a little bit deeper, because in a game like that, he'll be deeper, but he'll still be on the edge of their penalty area. But then you have Mata, who's another person that is creative if Pogba's
This is where you
agree. This is this is what I say about like it seems that Pogba and Bruno are the only 2 that can create in the team, but obviously Mata in his day could, and in a game where he doesn't really need his legs because they're just going to be parking it the whole time, I think it would have been a game for Mata. But I honestly don't get like why we keep persisting with this midfield that we've seen hasn't worked. This centre-back partnership we've seen hasn't worked. Like McFred works in the big games and stuff when you just want to stifle teams and then hope that we take our chances like we didn't against Arsenal and Liverpool. But it just doesn't seem to work. We need a more creative player in there. I don't personally think it is Van der Beek, but I know some of you guys do. But I just feel like if Pogba leaves in the summer, we desperately need to sign a player that can break the lines.
Abject says 6 out of 10 from Rashford gets a 7 out of 10 from idiot British press and pundits, whereas some will get 5 out of 10 for Tony for not running like a headless chicken. Basically saying there's media bias there towards two different players. And Nana says, can Ollie break down a low block? Because I don't think so. We can blame the players all we want and get gassed about Ollie when we win a couple of games. We have no pattern of play. I've had it with Ollie. And AD416 says, individual brilliance keeping us in second. Imagine what we could achieve with a much better tactical setup.
Sorry.
Ollie has hit his ceiling with this squad. And the last one, KG, is Ismail says, Donny and Tony are players we need for one-touch play against low block, but the team is set up for optimal performance against high defensive line.
No, but it's stupid. When I get this whole we ain't got no pattern of play. There is a pattern of play. We run down the left or we run down the right and we try to whip it in. That's our pattern. We don't like the pattern of play. That's all. There is literally, we play to Cavani. That's the pattern. It's a pattern that you don't like.
And Cavani didn't even have a shot today.
He didn't. 3 touches in the box.
Got to talk about that.
It didn't work. The funny thing is the pattern, the style of play, or the attacking, the attacking style in terms of like the 2-touch pass, 1-touch passes, that kind of thing, or little triangles around the box. That's not working. We'll run it up down the line. Luke Shaw and Rashford will try something, and then Rashford will run into a defender or run into a player. It goes wrong. But literally, or you have the Aaron Wan-Bissaka way. Him and Greenwood whip it in. We're not getting any luck by doing that. It needs to change. So,
my God.
Go on,
sorry. Leeds keeper just done something. So I can't believe I saw. But carry on.
But yeah, so I think we just need to and I get Ollie deserves criticism. He has to realize that this ain't working, or try and affect the game sooner. So why he said the matter. I don't think Ollie. I know Ollie's substitutions now. He's gonna bring on Donny. Take off Marshall, and probably that's about it. Maybe if Tellez is available, he might bring him on, but that's really what happens. Greenwood might come on, but that's it. I haven't seen all the other players that we have are never going to see the light of day. We won't just, or even change the shape. I don't think there's been a time since we changed the formation to really try and press on these teams. We've been in a bad state of form, and it's now you say, you know what, maybe it's a formation change. Maybe I need to do that. And he hasn't done that. But
when Ollie first came, we were playing the 4-3-3, and we were looking so good. And then we went into the next season, as in last season, and then we just went to 4-2-3-1. And I hate it as a formation.
Go on, Kev. Go on, Kev.
I was going to say it comes down to identity with Manchester United, and since Sir Alex Ferguson left United, we were obviously ingrained with this. If you score 4, we're going to score 5. And that's the way that Sir Alex Ferguson and Manchester United went out and played football, which was great. Great to watch. We had some fantastic years, the best years of my life, whatever. We then get the Ginger Goblin, David Moyes took over, who had never even won a trophy in his life, and takes over a team of champions and tries telling Rio Ferdinand to watch videos of Phil Jagielka on how to defend and stuff like that. And again, it's just the way the club's been. But the identity thing is what I'm saying. Like Louis van Gaal brought in that football. There was people falling asleep at Old Trafford. We got Mourinho, the finished Mourinho, because Mourinho, as a coach, manager, is finished. We should have had him years. Personally, I would have replaced Sir Alex Ferguson with Mourinho at that time. That would have been the great time to inherit that team. But as an identity at Manchester United at the minute, our greatest trait is counter-attacking football. And we play that at home and we play it away. And there is no reason why Man United should be playing counter-attacking football at home. We should be going for it all the time. I do not understand why we're a counter-attacking football team.
Yeah, I think that's what the people who are really critical of Ollie and the system, that's a valid thing to say there. It's a valid 100%. Edna says Liverpool having their worst season and we're only 6 points above them. Exactly, should have been 8 after today. Put them out of sight almost. Take Bruno out of the team. We are done. My tired is tired, honestly.
Facts. That's the oh man, Jack. What say you about our the way we play?
No, I just totally agree with all your points. It's just interesting hearing the different opinions about the 4-3-3 because I've seen on social media a lot of people saying that we should utilise it more. Obviously, Dan James is just chilling on the bench. Like, is it worth even utilising him? I don't. To be fair, Dan James, he'll always give you effort, but I don't. His footballing brain does let him down. But again, it's just using these different types of players. I understand Alex's point about the Mata, bringing Mata in, but to be honest, I think he's coming towards the end of his career anyway. I don't think he's signing a new deal or anything. So,
he got Player of the Month at the very beginning of the season, and then since then he hasn't really got a look in. No, I know, but I know like the standard of teams we're against, but they are a relegation team, so he was doing it against teams like that. So
it's the only way though. You can play good and then he'll drop you. So
yeah, but the point that was made, I think you made it, KG, about the kind of just playing out wide, and if it doesn't work kind of thing, it doesn't work, because when we get to the edge of the box, we're never like, we talk about Fred shooting from outside the box and how horrible it is, but every time Fred or Bruno pick up the ball, they're always looking out wide to just play it to Shaw, to play it to Aaron or whatever. They're just playing it out wide. There's no playing through the middle, and when we do play narrow, it doesn't work. I think the diamond kind of is ineffective. We played it against Leipzig early on in the season and we've utilised it more, but I still think the 4-3-3, I'll agree with Alex, is probably the way to go now. But I'm not against the 4-2-3-1. I just think it kind of limits your width, and I think we kind of need that width, and I think Rashford and Martial are definitely.
Funny enough, Arsenal winning 3-0. I heard it's 3-0.
This is what Leeds do, but Leeds play great football. I'm sick of it. It's just
Bielsa masterclass.
Not even that manager as well. Everyone wanted Bielsa, yeah, but if Bielsa, we're losing games like that, I'm going crazy.
Yeah,
like how he's too open. And
he's done the thing of like they've got great, like they haven't got great players, so where their players have come from to get them into the league and to do some games like they have and stability. I get it, that's nice, but I don't know, man.
Any team that can counter-attack will always destroy them, like we showed.
But just one more point. Just one more point, boys. I just want to bring. I know we've talked about the game and stuff today, but in terms of the table and how it's looking, a couple of weeks ago, KG, like we were all talking about winning the league and stuff. 10 points ahead of Chelsea. Chelsea win tomorrow. They go 3 points behind. They'll be 3 points behind us if they win. West Ham could go 3 points behind us. Like, what are we looking at? Obviously, the title is gone. I think it's safe to say. But top four, of course, top four. But are you not a little bit concerned? Like,
we're in a battle for top four, I'd say now. After that performance today,
it's a 100% battle for top four. But we can see the club that's going to be difficult now is if Chelsea do find form under a new manager. You got that new manager bounce.
We've got Chelsea City back to back coming up. After Newcastle, we got a tough run against our formers.
This is where let Ollie be in a place where he's fighting for his job, and you're getting. So someone needs to send him a text, say yo. But now
we're on a terrible run of form. Everton away. Everton flying hard.
He pulls it off. Ollie is one of the luckiest guys, but right now there's no Poch in the distance, kind of waiting for his job. Like there's no one, so I don't know who they're gonna put in the press.
No, but the pressure will be there because if, like we've said all along, we've done well to be there or thereabouts up until this point, and then we've got to that natural, organic position where it's like the things that we don't have corrected with our team have cost us.
This is too far.
It's like we all deep down knew it, but we have to get, like you said, we've got one job as fans, get behind it. If you're top of the league, just enjoy being top of the league for a few weeks until when you get your proof in the pudding, then you can do this bit. I don't think this bit should have come when we snuck the win against Burnley to go top, and just enjoyed it. It's fun.
Right, I enjoyed it, man.
It's exactly. But we've come to that natural point of like where we go, actually, okay, cool. We're maybe a little bit ahead of where we thought we are, considering what's wrong with the team. But what I was talking about the pressure is that if it capitulates and you don't make top four or you scrape top four, there's a big decision to be made about Ollie's extension. Like, so if we don't win a cup this year, say we get to more semi-finals and go out, or not even that, let's say, and then we scrape top four or something happens like that, it changes what it looks like versus if you cut the gap really small, which is what we wanted to do this season, which was an objective, say we finish second, I keep saying this, about 5 points behind City or 7 points behind, whatever.
Behind them now.
Huh?
We're already 7 points behind them now, right?
All right, 14 points then. But if you get a respectable thing, and you could, but realistically though, even if we finish a respectable amount behind them, you have to say now that we bottled the title. We wasn't in a title race.
Should we try and go all out and win the league?
Should we what?
What do you reckon? Should we go all out for this?
That was going to be next. That was going to be the next topic. Mm-hmm. You know, you're looking at it now. We all said, Europa League, this, that, and the other. Jay, what are you saying?
I was chatting with Drawdy off air before we all came on, and he gave me some information here. West Ham and Chelsea have a game in hand on us as it stands. Everton have 3 in hand on us, and Villa have 2 in hand. Now, after the loss to Sheffield United, I said to you guys that we would struggle for top 4 once Europa League kicked in, and every one of you were laughing. All of a sudden, guys, no one's laughing.
You're not laughing
now. Seriously, guys, it's been proven time and time again. The Thursday, Sunday, the players, psychologically or mentally or whatever the factors are, cannot recover to up their game and play Sunday after a long travel to far-flung areas in Eastern Europe or whatever on a Thursday night. When we won it under Jose in 2017, Jose Mourinho parked the Premiership literally in February and went all in on Europa League, and that was a very high-risk strategy. I don't believe we have the squad depth to go deep in Europa League and win it. Let's be fair. How many of us now, or the people in the free seats, how many of you now would say, right, we get to a semi-final of Europa League and we're playing a Lazio? Would you be confident of getting to the final? I certainly wouldn't. I think we need to focus on top 4. That's bread and butter. Europa League. I don't care about Europa League. I don't care about it. I don't care.
But
do you think it would help if they were one-off games, Jay? Just like one leg?
Yeah, it would help massively if they were one-off games.
I don't want
to. It didn't help. It didn't help last year because sorry, KG. Didn't help last year because Brandon Williams couldn't close down on a winger, and Lindelof failed to stop a cross. So again, our back 4 frailties. So guys, I have no confidence whatsoever in that squad to go deep into Europa League. Single games or 2 legs. No confidence whatsoever.
I think we need a title. I'm so sorry, guys. Doing top 4 every season is not good enough. Like, why do you finish in the top 4? Just to big up the Glazers' pockets? Because that's all that happens. Yeah. You lot say get top 4, and then we go into Champions League. They get paid. No money goes into the club. It's useless. I want to pick something up. I want to.
But you got to finish it. But you got to finish in it to get the players that we want. Even though we finished in it last year and still didn't get Sancho, but you know what I mean.
You're going down the Arsenal route.
It's the opposite. If we get Europa, then they seem to actually spend. If we get the Champions League, you saw under Jose, they only signed Fred, Delo, and Lee Grant when we got the Champions League. Then this season, we got Champions League, and then they got Cavani on a free, Donny, and then I'm missing someone. My mind's gone blank, but just shows they don't invest when we get Champions League. So
the main thing that we all can say that I think we all agree: if we finish the season outside the top 4 with no silverware, you don't renew.
Ollie's gone.
You don't renew.
Yeah, if that happens from the position, because that actually is factually a step backwards.
Yeah,
it's not progression.
Exactly. So for me, look, this conversation isn't this just naturally went this way, but we didn't say Miasi get.
You gotta give it to him. Give it to him.
Well, I'll tell you what. What is it? 3-0. I'll tell you what. Well, we scored. What was it? 6 past leads or whatever. So yeah,
give it to him.
It is what
£20. He's not going to be after tomorrow morning. £20. Jesus Christ.
His mum's got it in it.
Yeah, for real. We didn't want to turn this into. This isn't about like, oh, should he get sacked now? It's just kind of foreseeing where we are because. I suppose a bit of reality has smacked us in the face. The rival fans will probably be watching this and saying, bloody idiots, we told them all along there was never a title race.
I believe, though. I believe.
Can we hold on a minute? Can we take a moment? Can we just, because this is what you have to, I believe in this. I really do. You have to be able to laugh at yourself and kind of, well, have we been stupid in going like we're in a title race all along ever?
No.
All right, cool. I was asking.
KG, you were actually sitting there and you believed.
I believe.
So did I.
Title race. Why would you not believe? Was top of the league?
Because we was for like 3 weeks, isn't it?
Remember what I said from February.
God, what's that?
From February, we had more. I don't think it is now. City have now, but since February, we got the most points.
The only person here that can truly say that they didn't believe here, that was on the fence, is Jay. Yeah. I don't want it. And wait, Jack, you were kind of.
Jay did reach a point at one point. Jay did.
Jay was on the thingy. Jack at home was.
So Jay, don't let Jay off the hook. I'll tell you what Jay did.
Off the hook, he did.
Jay joined the celebration.
Jay, there was, I think it was when we had Wolves and Villa. I think it was those two. Yeah, and then Bailly done a madness, or it could have been the Fulham one. There was one where it was a Bailly driven game. And Jay went.
It was Bailly. It was.
It
was. And I got sucked in for about 30 seconds. And then
we had Bailly.
And then reality hit.
You don't want to blame me, but it's cool anyway. I was excited. Yeah, I mean, it's been a long time. We haven't been top of the league, yeah. What was it? Since Fergie left or something stupid. Yeah, at that time of the season. So it was excitement. And everyone looked like they're floundering. City didn't look like they were the same City. People calling, just imagine, the people that want to cuss me, people called Pep a fraud this season. And now, you got to delete those tweets. I'm not the only one else saying shit. Some people called Pep a fraud here, and there's no fraud in that man. He's fine.
Is that Facebook relationship status thing an actual thing that we did, or is that just a joke?
No, that's just his Kev being great.
Oh, okay. I was going to say.
That was an actual thing we did.
What, we did actually do that?
No.
I think that was KG's comment, actually. I'm sure he said if United was if it was a Facebook status.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant Man United actually changed their status.
No.
Admin done that. That is banter FC, that is. Southport Love Sport says one of the most insulting things I've seen from this club recently was the club trying to... It's gone. I think KG just clicked it off while I was reading it.
I think it was trying to big up Diallo as a January signing. I think.
There you go. Diallo, January in Jan. He was brought in the summer. Basically, what KG was alluding to, the fact that we got him in the summer, and it was like, look, we got a new signing in January. Like, we know this guy already.
They've mugged us off though. With that signing, they have totally mugged us off. You know, they said, don't think that. They said that's funny. They said, don't think of these signings as kids that are not going to play, or they are real signings. Remember that when we done the summer signings? Where is Pelestri?
When Pelestri
he's gone to Alves. He's gone to Alves.
Doing what? Is he even playing?
He's on loan. I don't know.
I haven't seen anything on Twitter, so I assume he's just on the fence.
I can't believe what they've done. And then, because we're mugs, all of us are mugs here. Remember when Woodward came out and said, I was the only one that was backing Oli when everyone was, and look, I got money to spend as well. Again, Woodward, I told you there's going to be no money. Then what he says, he goes, you know what, we got that shiny Diallo toy. Get it going. Now
the worst thing is that now we're going through a bit of a slump. You don't bring Diallo into that environment now as well. Mm-hmm. Like, it's not. Ollie's going to want to. Ollie, what I think will start to happen, and I could be completely wrong. This is just my prediction. Yeah, what I think will start to happen is we've got one win in the last 5, so the form's getting a bit nuts now. And before we know it, the teams below us start creeping, and like Kev was saying, the top 4 or 5. You don't bring in Diallo then. I don't think Ollie will have the minerals to go, let's bring this new kid in who's never played in the Premier League in this top 4 running when it gets real sticky. So I don't know.
You tearing it up at the under 23s, can you? I don't
know. I think he might just keep being on the bench or something. I don't know.
Do you think he's even going to start in the Europa League though, Flex? Or
no, God no, not against those.
Not for the first game.
Spanish teams.
He won't start on Thursday.
He won't start on Thursday. No chance. He'll go back to Greenwood. Will definitely start. Rashford on the left, Cavani up top, Bailly and Maguire, and hopefully it's Shaw. But he might bring Tellez.
You think Alex? You think De Gea is starting in goal Thursday?
And Henderson, Henderson.
Sorry, that was.
What was you going to say, KG?
It's just shit, innit?
I said that at the beginning of the thing. I said it. Yeah.
No, what do you think about it? It is sad because what do you say? 1 win in the last 5.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that.
Do you remember when you were talking to DT Flex and he said, and I mentioned it at the time after that game, how he's like under Ollie, how we like win a load in a row and then we go on a massive like
he's a prick.
Massive. He is, but then now look, it is actually we are actually in one of those runs now where we go on like a terrible run.
It's true. It's true, and you know what? I think one thing that I think do very well is try not to be reactionary FC. I get it. Like, you know, you get really good results and you get really happy and you get shit ones like this. But when you get a few consecutives, like a one win in 5 and then the manner. So now I've still not forgotten about Sheffield United. I've still not forgotten about Everton, clearly. And now this, it starts to fester and then it grows again. You know what I'm saying? For me, it starts to grow again. So I'm like, cool, let me just try and just relax. I mean, Newcastle's going to be very similar to this. If you think Steve Bruce ain't going to come stink the place out like how Sam has done, but with better players, then you're in for a tough one. Because
Everton still hurts till this day. You know what that result, is painful because the league just looks different if we win that game. I'm saying just us being closer and touching distance. Now it's getting bad. It's getting bad. We're getting to 10 points.
No, to be honest, Sheffield United at home still the one. That's the turning point, and it's now a tipping point now because in a week's time, 2 weeks' time, we could be out the Europa League. We could be, battling with Chelsea and West Ham, 5th place.
Have you seen like what you say about the Europa League? Have you seen or just remember how bad we are against Spanish teams in general?
Yeah.
Remember what Bilbao did to us.
Ollie's going to use this. Whenever we're like this and it's doom and gloom, Ollie starts getting busy. So
I hope so. I hope he sees it and thinking like this. Level up. Southpaw says, also thanks to you guys for helping me feel better after disappointing games. Jay falling asleep and Alex / Jack being confused about Cavani's misses was some of the funniest things I've seen this year. And Flex nodded off as it is.
Flex, yes. Can I just say about that Cavani thing, right? The day after, I couldn't do the fan forum, so I was driving along, listening to that on Bluetooth, and I heard Jay going on saying, so I couldn't see your facial expressions, but Jay said, did you see Cavani put up, a post of his misses? So I was like, I'm driving along because I couldn't see what was going on, and I'm thinking, I'm going to have to check this out. I was like, I bet Cavani's missus is well fit, man. And then the longer it went on, you were like, what, he put a picture of his missus up? And then Jay's going, yeah, but and I was like, oh, that's absolutely mint.
So Kev's been absolutely done. You just got to have fun in it because that's what I mean. Like, if you don't, mate, honestly, I can't deal with that.
Man. It's Valentine's Day. If you got something you love, be that in it.
One Weasel says Ollie would come to war in the medieval times with riding a tiny horse and would just get snapped up by a chainmail up.
I don't know why that image just made me shy horse.
Ollie just riding in with a little Shetland pony. Just trying to
comment of the day. Comment of the day. They're right there. Brilliant stuff.
No, again, we're close to 1 million, guys. Road to 1 million. You know what to do. Just like, subscribe, keep supporting. Thank you so much. Yeah, man. And we onwards. Listen. I've got
KG, can I just ask you a quick question before we finish? Where have you put all the 21 banners and all the streams you're saving them for next year in 22?
I gotta send it home. I got some t-shirts coming for all of us, bro. One size fits.
Keep them for your daughter's 21st, KG.
Yeah. Love that.
Guys, just before we finish off, do you not actually like football?
Yeah. It's shit, but
I think it's overrated.
It is overrated sometimes, isn't it?
On the plus side, I thought we're positive. We're still unbeaten away from home in over a year. Yes.
That's positivity.
There you go. Listen, guys, thanks for watching. We go again Thursday where actually us as fans have been shut up because where we was all like, yeah, we're in such a good league position. When it gets to the Europa League, just play all the kids. Just do this. Just do that. Listen. We're not going to win the Premier League, and we've got fight for fourth on our hands. However, I really want to win the Europa League or
I
the
need
FA
to
Cup.
win.
I want something. I want something. So yeah, we go again. Hopefully, we go strong on Thursday and get a decent result to bring back to Old Trafford. Or is that second leg even going to be at Old Trafford? No, that wouldn't be fair, would it? Is it going to be another neutral
It
place?
is Old Trafford. It is Old Trafford.
Oh, it is. They just can't do theirs at home. Oh, okay. Anyway, see you guys then. We are out of here. Peace.